This is 12 weeks to Heartiness, week 5 exercise. This is
Friday.
Can you believe it?
No.
Wow, this week is going fast. It's good to have you here. Doing our warm-up, we're getting ready for our weight-bearing exercises today. If you need a little more warm-up than what we do here, pause the video and get that extra warm-up going on for yourselves. You're going to need your mats today. You're going to need your weights today.
And a towel or a rubber.
Yes. Some kind of a band that you can use to help out. We're going to do a little bit of everything today. This is going to be a great workout. So we're looking forward to that. We're going to get you going. And what more can I say? So let's do some high knee raisers while we're doing our walking here. You can walk and just do some high steps. That works as well. But the idea is to get warmed up, okay? That's what we're working at. We're working at our warm-up. I'm going to move forward. You're going to stay back. We're going to do some side stepping. So we're getting different muscles working for us. And as we do that, the warm-up is getting better and better. We're getting ready for what we're going to be doing. Let's get our arms going now, okay? I'm going backwards, she's going forwards. You can do whatever you want, whatever works for you to get yourself warmed up. But the idea is to get your body moving so that it's ready for what we're going to be doing, okay? I'm going to take it forward now.
So I just want to testify about something. Yesterday we did some pretty strenuous work with our arms and I thought I'd really hurt them. My arms do not hurt at all.
Well, it might be later today. It might be later today before that happens to you. So we're going to swing it out to the side here and back to the back. A little bit different motion than we've been doing, but we're still moving. We're still getting our body warmed up. Same thing, other arm now.
Lord me.
Good swing. Don't hurt yourself, but just keep it moving, okay? Now we're going to do some tips off to the side. One side, then the other. Yes. We're warming it up. Getting ourselves ready for more. A little bit more of that.
Ow.
Sorry. That's why I was trying to get us a little further apart. We're too close. Okay, so let's bend ourselves forward. Bend ourselves back.
And I do mine slower
bend ourselves
than he
forward.
Does, and my head goes bonkers.
Bend ourselves back. Well, and that, you know, we all have to adapt to what really works best for us. That's the crucial thing about exercising. Work what works for you. But keep consistent, keep at it. Don't give up, don't stop. If you do get some of that, let's go back to our little bit of walking. If you do get some of that delayed onset of muscle soreness, then taper off for a bit, but keep doing all the movements. Reduce how much, reduce how intense, but don't reduce how frequently. Keep at it. If you can get this up to every day that you're exercising, whether it's cardiovascular or weight bearing, or if you do both in one day, that's fine. But the idea is to keep ourselves going. Okay, we're going to do a bottom to top exercise today. We're going to go from very low to very high. We've done this before. We're going to do a bit of a side step thing here. So we got these bands stretched out underneath of our feet. We step to the side. Stretching that band out as we go. We're going to go back and forth a couple of times. You can start with your feet close together. You're not really taking that big a step, but you're getting those legs working, right?
I find this very difficult and very demanding on the muscles. So I'm taking baby steps.
Yeah, it's very demanding, absolutely. So slightly.
That's not something you can do with a towel, by the way.
No, you really need some kind of a stretch band. So we're going to start now. You might want to brace yourself. So we're going to take this toe and we're moving our ankle in and out like this, but against that resistance, okay? Against that resistance. Don't just let it pop back, just let it come back slow. That way you're working both sides of those muscles. Keep going. A little bit more on that, a little bit more on that. Let's switch legs now. Go into the other foot. Get it out there on that toe. Get yourself braced. And then start exercising that toe out there. Yes, sirree. Now, if you don't have a stretchy band of some kind to use, at least do the motion. But I'm telling you, the resistance is great for you. You know, we've been doing our stability mobility. We've been working at getting ourselves built up. And now it's time to start adding a little bit more to it.
Let me say something about the stretch bands. They're pretty inexpensive. You can get them at any sporting goods store or probably even Walmart. Don't say, oh, well, the easy one might be too hard. I'm going to start with the harder one. Start with an easier one because you'll be surprised at what it does with your body.
Now we're going to push in and out with it, okay? Yes. Now you notice we're not pausing in between these exercises. We're doing a little bit of cardio today as a result of that. But if you find, oh Jim, I've got to rest, pause the video and rest. That's perfectly all right. Once again, we're doing what works for us. And that's the beauty of not being at the gym where they're going and they get ahead of you and you're not comfortable with it. You can always pause this and pick it up in a little bit when you feel more up to it. But don't rest a long time. Rest just enough to get minute, maybe 2 minutes, but more than that wouldn't make sense, okay? There's a real problem if there is, but if you have to, then that's what you have to do. I'm telling you, go to what you can go to. Be consistent. Work yourself up to where you're doing it every day, and your ability will increase from there. You're going to like what happens, especially if you're combining this with getting rid of that processed food and sugars. You're going to find that great things start happening to your body. How you feeling about that?
Good.
Yeah, I thought you might. Let's take our weights now. We're gonna do some lunges with our weights. Okay, we're gonna come out and squat. Okay. We're going leg to leg, right? Getting ourselves a good squat as we do it. Not getting a good lunge, not a squat. We're going to do squats here in just a jiffy. Getting ahead of myself. I'm thinking about what's coming next. But we're working on this to really get ourselves going. This is going to be a great workout today. This is going to be one you're going to want to repeat. If you find some of the others are...
It's going to become your favorite.
You can always repeat these routines. You can pause them, come back to them later if you need to, if you're doing them in 10-minute increments. That's also fine. And with that, what you can do is do a little bit more warm-up each time before you start. So now we're gonna do the squats. So feet about shoulder width apart. We're gonna stick our little behind out and we go down. There we go. Yeah. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now if you find that this workout's not quite enough for you, want to do more, you can repeat it. And that's also a good idea. Take you a little bit more time, but if you're getting that deep into exercise, then that's a great thing to do. Okay, we're moving more to our upper body. So we only have to go to the top. So we don't have to do a lot. So we're going to start with our upright rows. We've done these before. There we go. That's easy, right? 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Now I would prefer to mix in a little bit of up and down with this, but because of the camera we're doing all of our stand-up exercises first. So really my bottom to the top, I'm going to violate that promise, and we'll go back and we'll do a few more, but we're going to do them while we're down on the mat here just a bit. But for now we're doing this way. So we're going to continue our rows with the one arm row. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, one hand on the knee. Let's pull that up.
Put your foot
4,
on your knee.
5, yeah, try that. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Okay, for this next one here, feet about shoulder width apart, stick out that rump, bend forward just a little bit. We're going to want to offset. There you go. We're going to do our flies. Okay, that's 1.
Remember when
2,
I first started this, I didn't use
3,
any weights. It was too hard.
4, 5, 6,
Core in.
7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Wow, I've improved.
You know, it's amazing how it starts feeling as you do more and more. Let's just do the standard curls. Okay. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Now you stay standing. I'm going to kneel down so you can see my hands as I'm doing this. But as you're standing, we're going to take our hands and put them up. We're going to the back. Both hands at once, picking them up. Okay, that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Now I'm going to stand sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Taking our hands back like this. We don't have to bend. We're standing up straight, feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to bend at our elbows, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. How you doing? Feeling good? Okay. We're going to just raise our shoulders now this time. Pick up your shoulders. You have those weights in your hand. You're standing up straight. Core is engaged. I've got 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Going to put the weights down now. Going to grab the bands. You want to pull the camera down so it sees us on the mats. We're going to go on down to the mats at this point. All right, we're bringing our stretchy bands with us. We're not going to use them right now. We're going to use them when we get ready to cool down, but we're going to start our cool down from down here. This is going to be our, can't remember the name for this, but this is like a reverse crunch type of thing. So pick your feet up, pull them in. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3, and we're going to 15. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15. What's that doing for you?
Well,
So a few more movements from down here. We're going to come up like this. We're going to do our bird dogs. Remember those from Stability and Mobility? We still need them.
Oh.
You okay?
Yeah, I hit that.
Okay, here we go.
Hit that.
Oh, I got to move forward. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and excellent. Now we're going to do that progressed fire hydrant where we put our foot out to the side and we're going to pick it up.
Us today.
Once again, if you have to pause, you have to pause, okay? We are going to have to be offset. We ready? Here we go. Pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That siren you hear is our local, tells us what time it is every now and then. She's ready to rest. We're not resting quite yet. Something we haven't done for quite a while. We haven't done planks, but we're not going to do a plank. We're going to do some push-ups. So whether it's from your knees or from your feet, let's get, and elbows, that's fine. Get yourself up to what you can do. I guess you can't do push-ups from your elbows. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What have we left out?
Cool down.
We've left out the cool down. Okay, you're right, you're right.
I have some things I want to say while we're cooling down.
Okay, so let's do some cooling down. We're going to start from our back so we can get our legs stretched. Okay? She's trying to catch her breath so she can say some stuff. So I'm using my band so I can pull my leg back in, but sticking straight up, pulling it back, other leg straight out. We're going to let that set there for a while. This is a good stretch time.
Okay, and then just follow him while I talk. So many of you may look at us and go, wow, they're so far ahead of us. They've left us in the dust. We're never going to be able to do this. And I can tell you that unless you have some extremely severe health problems, you know,
off to the side.
You're going to be able to work up.
Keep both hips, both sides of your hip on the ground. Don't go too far and twist it.
If you have
pull it back into you.
A bad knee, like I know we have someone on here who needs to lose weight before he can have knee surgery. Well, or they could have knee surgery, I don't know.
Other side, same thing. Hips on both sides of the hip on the ground.
It's real important that you do
pull
what
it back
you
into
can do with the body parts that you do have that can work it. Because when we first started this, I could not do most of this stuff, especially like a long workout like
we're
today.
Switching legs.
Switch legs. And so sometimes I forget how old we are, and I think, how are we doing this? And so use our ability and our encouragement. I know there's people that can way far outweigh us. We've passed them in the bottom of the Grand Canyon who can just way outrun us.
People older than us who can do amazing things
but
still.
I promise you that
it's not about age.
If you just keep working
take it off to the side, keep both sides of the hip down,
and do it to your ability, that your ability will increase, and you'll amaze yourself. You could go back and do this same one several months later and go, wow, I didn't have to rest this time. I could go all the way through. So I'm just encouraging you that don't let our being able to do stuff that you can't do discourage you. And if
let it encourage you, because there were times when we couldn't, and we've kept at it and increased our abilities. You can do it. Do what you can, but keep at it. Don't stop. Don't let your own concerns.
This exercise is so much easier with this. So this is one you can do with a towel if you don't have a band.
There we go. Well, those legs are stretched out really well. What do you think?
I think I'm done. Are we done?
Well, I want to do a little stretching in the neck for us. We haven't done that, and I'm going to do it from kneeling down so you can definitely see me. But we're going to the last movement we're going to do will be on the mat. So let's get that neck over to the side. Have it over there. We're going to do a little stretching on the arms too, but we're working on our necks right now. Getting it stretched well. To the other side now. Yeah. Keep those shoulders relaxed though. Don't be tensing them. Get it over there. Look down. Hold it down there. Good stretching going on. I'm sure this is feeling more pliable, more flexible than it has for you in the past. Because we are, let's go back. We're giving it that chance to grow and expand and become part of what we're doing, right? So important. So important. A little bit more stretch there. You'll notice as you stretch them, when you get to about the 12-second mark or so, you might be able to stretch a little bit further. So let it do that if it will. Bring it back to the center. Let's go over our back and up our back with our hands. Try to touch those fingers if you can. Get a good stretch in those arms. And once again, this is where you can use the bands to pull yourself there if you can't make that stretch all the way. If you just, if you're way far apart with your fingertips, use the bands to kind of pull yourself a little bit more. Other side. Good stretch there. Really good stretch there. Well, I want you to know I really am excited about you being along for this journey of getting in shape, chasing those pounds away, chasing those inches away, getting rid of that abdominal girth that we call the insulin meter. It's your killer. It's what does a lot of the bad things for you. As we go into the child pose now, I thank you for being part of this. We appreciate your encouragement to keep us going, to keep us on it. This is 12 weeks to Heartiness. This is week 5, Friday. Tomorrow we're going to do some cardiovascular. Look forward to seeing you there.
If you can't get on your knee, just do this.